I'm Miss Beth, and I want to read a circle story to you today called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie by Laura Jaffe Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. Now, this story is called a circle story because it starts with something, it goes all the way through the story, and then it ends with that same thing. And this story starts with a cookie. And as we go through the story, you'll see that it is going to end the way it started. If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. If You Give a Mouse a Cookie by Laura Jaffe Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillows a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang the picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. So that's our story, our circle story, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. So I want to do an activity today with a circle. So I grabbed a large serving plate to be my circle, and I want to start with what our story starts and ends with, and that is a cookie. So our mouse starts with a cookie, and then it made him want a glass of milk. We know a lot of people like to have those two together. Then he decided he needs a straw. After he drank his milk, he wanted a napkin to wipe his face, but then he thought, I better check a mirror to make sure I don't have a milk mustache. So he looked in the mirror and thought, my hair needs a trim. So next we're going to put some scissors down on our circle. He needs to trim his hair. But he made such a mess with all that hair, he wanted to sweep the room. I'm going to put this little brush here. He got so excited, he sweeps every room in the house, if you remember. And then he decides to wash those floors as well. I'd like to have that mouse here at my house to wash my floors. Well, that wears him out so much that you have to get a little box and give him a blanket and a pillow. And then he wants you to read him a story. So you read to him from one of your books, and we'll put our circle story down there. When he sees all the pictures, he wants to draw his own. So you'll give him papers, and you give him some crayons, and then he wants to sign his name after he does a beautiful masterpiece. So he wants to use a pen. So he signs his name with a pen and decides, I want to hang that on the refrigerator. So you have to get him some tape. He hangs it to the refrigerator, and that reminds him, I'm thirsty. So he wants a glass of milk. And chances are, when you gave him that glass of milk, he's going to want his cookie to go with it. So our story came all the way back around to our cookie that the mouse had. So I have an activity for you to do at home. I just took a piece of paper, and I used something round. I used this saucer to make a round circle. And then I drew a cookie at the very top. So what you would do with this activity is you would start to draw all the things that the mouse did until he comes back full circle to the cookie. At the bottom, I've written the words, and you can have mom or dad or whoever you live with, even an older brother or sister. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. Those are the first two lines from the story. And if you're just learning to read, you can practice reading that sentence. If you're a little older, you might want to make your own story up. Like you could put, if you give a mouse a, and instead of writing cookie, you could write what you wanted to write in there. Like a piece of pizza, or maybe if you give a mouse a stick of celery, he's going to ask for a blank to go with it. So then you would have to come up with your own idea. You may even want to write your own circle story, but I think it would be fun for you to draw some illustrations to go along with our story. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed that story. I will hopefully bring you another one soon.